you want me to sit there to help?
Yeah. This goes automatically, right?
Mm-hmm. And it says we're live.
All right, here we go.
Let's see if I could pull
Here's
up the
the
chat.
right there. I got it right here. Nobody in here yet. All by our lonesomes. All hungover and nowhere to go.
Oh, there's the live chat. Cool. It takes a minute because of the ads and stuff.
I know. I'm well aware.
Ooh, there's Movie and Toy Collector 13. He's the first in the chat, a fellow YouTuber who has some great videos. So if you guys are watching out there on YouTube, yeah, check out Movie and Toy Collector 13. Are you okay, Grim?
Oh,
Grim, wake up. We still have the YouTube to do.
Oh, yes, of course. Hey, there's everybody. All right, here we go.
There's John Beggins. There's Miss Connie Cleary. Hello, Miss Connie. And Miss Jennifer Delaney. Watching us on her new computer.
Nice.
Awesome, guys.
Very cool, very cool.
Well, hey there, Night Owls. I guess we'll get started.
Hoo, you.
I'm Janet Decay, your yummy mummy.
And I'm Grimm Gorri, a funky monkey, and you are watching the Mummy and the Monkey's
Hairy Scary
Hangover. And here we are, the Hangover, episode 64.
Episode 64.
That's
this is
right.
our after party, our little after the show chat show that we host here on our YouTube channel. And we show cheesy B movies Friday nights on our Facebook fan page, The Mummy and the Monkey.
I hear somebody yelling back there. I think it's, oh yes, it's James Muscarella. He's here. Hey James, how you doing?
And,
funky monkey. Ooh, John Biggins.
Tonight's movie was Satan's School for Girls. I kept saying Satan's School for Ghouls.
Well.
Kind of rhymes.
Yes. But makes more sense. Yeah. Anyway.
It does.
So what are we doing here? Okay, so everyone's like, coming in the room.
Cool.
Everyone's relaxing, got themselves a little bit of something to sip on. I don't know, maybe not.
Drinks and snacks, late night drinks and snacks.
Flowing.
What do you got there? Can I sip it?
You may. It's a little, I don't know what it's called. It's something to do with something and something else mixed together. It's ginger ale.
Magical ginger ale.
Magic ginger ale, my favorite.
It tastes marvelous.
It's unsuspecting. You can't even really taste what's in it. All right. And that's the point.
Right. So we weren't here on YouTube last Saturday for the chat show.
Mm-hmm.
So we do miss that. We did miss you guys, and we're happy to be back on.
Mm-hmm.
And we have some topics we can discuss.
We do. Indeed we do.
So we could talk about some things that we recently watched. And then we have another thing we could talk about after that.
So what are we talking about? Things that we recently watched, you and I?
Things that we recently watched, and if there's shows out there or movies that you guys have recently watched, you can put it in the comments.
Well, here's something that we haven't watched is Psycho Gorman. We haven't seen that yet.
No, we have not seen that yet.
But I want to see it because that came out, I think, before the thing that we saw recently, which was Gunpowder Milkshake on Netflix.
Yeah, we did watch that on Netflix, and it was okay. It was okay. It was like an action movie with like a bunch of...
It's like a Lifetime movie meets The Professional, Leon the Professional. It was all right.
Yeah, it had Angela, what's her name?
Bassett.
Angela Bassett was in it.
Yes, and the girl who played Nebula from the Marvel movies.
Guardians of the Galaxy? Yeah.
I forget her name.
She was
the redhead, the ginger from Doctor Who show. Someone out there will know her.
Yeah, she was in that one.
But she was the main assassin in that movie.
Pretty much it's about a bunch of female assassins, and there was some like mother-daughter drama going on with the one assassin. And like what Grimm said, it felt like it was part action movie and blood and gore, and then part like wanting to be a Lifetime movie.
Melodrama, yeah.
Yeah, it had like had the girly mom daughter drama stuff going on.
Yeah.
And then it wanted to be like anime because the one character's name is Anna May.
Oh please.
And then they kind of did some action stuff that felt like whoever directed this or produced it, maybe they're an anime fan.
Roast beef says gunpowder milk toast.
Yeah. So like we
more
watched,
like that.
It's one of those weird like Netflix original movies.
Yeah.
And parts of it were likable, but the whole movie in
In
itself.
what way were they like a bull? Like, because it
was
had
kind of
horns
like
and a tail and would charge at you? Like a bull? What do you mean by like a bull?
It was
it
a
big?
little bit likable.
Oh, like a bull. I
Like
said
a
like a bull.
No,
Okay.
no, like a bull.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Gotta get the bananas out of my ears.
The movie was kind of meh. You know, it wasn't that super great, but it wasn't like super bad. We did watch it in its entirety.
Definitely seen worse.
Yeah.
Hello.
Just got in saying hello. Hello, Richard.
Noise.
Hello, Alberts.
I have to do
Hey
something.
there, Greg.
I'll be right back, and it's not what you think.
My nose is itching, and I think it's from the cats.
All right, give me a second. Get up here successfully. I'll be right back.
Earl, our crypt kitten, he's been afraid all week from the thunderstorms, and every little noise will scare him now. He's been a big fraidy cat this week. So he's like sleeping, you know, where it's quieter here in the Erie Cinematary. And I gave him a little kiss before we got started on YouTube, and I think I got his little cat hairs on me. And it makes my nose itch. But yeah, he's sleeping somewhere where it's more quiet. He's just been a little fraidy cat. All right, what are the comments here? Ooh,
All kinds of
there
stuff.
goes my phone. Oh no!
Don't do that. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Did you miss me? Oh.
Kicking butt in a bowling jacket, says Gregory. Yes, and then there was that weird like bowling alley scene with the jacket, and she gets all bloodied up. Like, that was kind of cool.
It was very predictable. I was like reciting the lines before she said the lines, so doing a lot of that.
Yeah, and then they repeated a lot of the same lines, so it was like...
But it was like very predictable, but it wasn't bad. I mean, you know,
yeah, like
I've seen worse.
Exactly.
On our show.
We've played worse movies. So we watched that one. Another one we watched was... Oh, this earlier today. The one with the robots. What was that one called?
Oh, Target Earth.
That was weird.
That's an oldie. That's like probably from the early 60s, maybe late 50s.
Maybe late 50s.
Target Earth.
And
yes.
I never saw it until recently.
Yeah, I don't. I may have heard of it, but I've never seen it. And boy, what a weird little movie.
Yeah. So
about invaders from another planet, which were robots, and you know, basically it was like a couple people trapped in the city that got left behind of an evacuation, and they didn't know what to do, and they're trying to figure out what's going on, number one, and then how to get out of the mess. But it was a really weird movie.
Yeah, it was really weird, but really interesting because, like, the robots look really cheesy.
Oh, super boxy robots.
But then, like, there's this drama seriousness going on of this invasion, and people were fleeing the city, and then the group of people that were left behind, like, they're trying to figure out how to get by and survive.
You made a good point.
But then it's like, then it goes to these chunky looking, like, really goofy looking robots.
But you made a good point in pointing out that it was like Walking Dead. That reminded you of Walking Dead. Where the invaders were more of a nuisance, and that was like sort of the outside issue. But the real problems were with the people that were interacting.
Right, because they had one issue with, like, they encountered, like, a bad guy that was, like, trying to take over and was, like, acting all creepy, and he was, like, threatening the other people with a gun.
And the question is, who's the real enemy? You know, your fellow man or the invaders? So it was like exactly the same way Walking Dead was based on.
Yeah, like with Walking Dead, the zombies weren't that bad compared to some of the people.
Yeah, I heard someone pretty much describe Walking Dead as the zombies or mosquitoes. You know, they're a nuisance. But your real issues were with the living, you know, because of, supplies and food and shelter, all that stuff was a commodity, you know, and everyone's fighting for the same thing, the few people that are left.
Fevered egos trying to control other people, yeah.
So that's not a new story.
So yeah, that movie had a little, it made me think of Walking Dead a little bit with that kind of drama. But this predates it by many, many years.
Well, in The Walking Dead, and not to get in that whole thing, but it's what I like about that show, or the comic book initially, and then the show is up until I have not finished the show. I mean, I got up to like maybe I don't even remember what season.
Really lost interest because
I tapped out.
Negan ruined it. I hated that so much. They dragged it out way too long, and I lost interest. And I'm just like, you know, F this. I don't want to watch it.
If you read the book, I've got those compilations. I read a bunch of them and everything, and it kind of follows it pretty close as far as the Negan story goes. But I tapped out like maybe a season or two after the Negan debacle.
It was like just dragged out too long, in my opinion. And then I tried to like the comic books. I remember when the books first came out.
Great.
I had a friend go, "Oh, you should read these. You could borrow mine." And I remember reading them, and I didn't like them.
They're real long form though, but they were.
Well, and spoiler alert, everybody dies.
Well, hence the
in
name,
the Walking Dead
hence
comics.
the title, Walking Dead, means the people that are
because
the zombies are walking.
You want to root for some of these people, hoping they make it out, and there's like but and then they just they're all gone.
There's a point in the comic where Rick says, "I get it. We're all the Walking Dead." In other words, at some point, all of us are going to be dead.
Yeah, but it was
whether it's from zombies, us, or natural causes.
I like horror movies. I like zombie movies. But
you?
that was a little too, in my opinion, just doom and gloom all the time. Like there's no good outcome from that.
Oh, but that's the whole point. It's a zombie. Come on.
I know, but and then that's how a lot of zombie movies are. But that was really like. To me, it was like a Debbie Downer too much.
Now we're kind of living in that reality. But anyway,
let's read some of the comments.
Yeah.
I just showed The Earth Dies Screaming last week. Ooh.
It's one I haven't seen in a long time.
The Earth Dies Screaming has better robots, says John. And he put a little robot thing on there. Do mummies become a zombie, says Steven. Hey, Steven. Steven Ronquillo's in the chat, and he has his own little podcast radio show. Steven, if you want to put the info in the chat, you're more than welcome to. But, you know what? Mummies are before zombies. They were like the original undead.
Zeblik says, need to watch Saturday the 14th. I love that movie. It's from 1981. Stars Richard Benjamin. And I saw that at the theater when it came out. That's how far back I go. But man, that is a really weird and creepy movie. I think it's owned.
I haven't seen it yet.
I think we have to look into it. But definitely is a movie you need to see. It's so good. It's a dark comedy. Kind of on the border of a more tamer version of Dead Alive.
Oh, nice.
But sort of. I mean, it has that same sort of
I do love Dead Alive. Dead Alive is a really gory movie. One of the goriest movies ever. But it's done with comedy.
Yes.
It's like done in kind of a funny, really goofy, over-the-top way. And that's how, like, I can stand watching
Okay,
it.
Bobby Harvey Jr. asked the question of the night. What are we talking about?
So we were talking about some things we recently watched, and then the next topic was going to be...
And should be.
So, with all the different TV shows and movies and comic books out there, there's a ton of Hollywood adaptations.
Novels, games.
There's the movies based off of novels and video games and all that.
And role-playing it, yeah.
So, is there anything out there, a TV show, a novel, a comic book, that was popular but never made it in, Hollywood never made a feature film of it.
Right, or something that you even like. It doesn't have to be that it was popular,
Yeah, so...
American Hollywood's never embraced the Santo, the luchador genre.
That's true. That's one... So there's a good example.
That was huge.
The Santos movies.
That was huge in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And in Latin culture. I mean, they made tons of movies. I mean, we can't count Nacho Libre. No, that
one was
Jack Black. But something serious where it's like, Santos versus the vampire women from hell or something like that,
Yeah, that'd be cool to see.
Or whatever. I mean, or Santos versus the robots from Mars. But if they would take, that would be, well...
Well, and then the follow-up question is, would they botch it up? Would they mess it up?
Right.
So let's say if they did make a Santos movie, would they just...
They made Nacho Libre, so yes, they would
Would they
botch
just make it bad?
But
Or do you think they could make it good?
But then there was an indie movie we saw not too long ago with our friends Tom and Lois called The Monster.
That was weird.
It
was an indie one.
It was about someone like a Santos, we call that
luchador.
Luchador, and but he was the son of a luchador, a very famous one, and wanted to live. He was living in his father's shadow, and he couldn't. But the guy was a psycho. He would black out. He'd wake up with a human arm in his hands. He didn't know how it happened.
Yeah, it was. It was very strange.
Crazy movie, but
he would like black out and then like wake up and.
Someone said Revenge of the Spacemen. Yeah.
A Hollywood version of that one?
Well,
No. I think it's perfect as is.
well, Roast Beef has a good one. He goes, I'm up for Mad Magazine, the movie. The closest thing that they did was Up the Academy. Remember that preview we saw the other day? You said you never saw Up the Academy?
No, I never saw it.
I may have seen it, but Mad Magazine did put a movie out a bunch of years ago, probably the early 80s, called Up the Academy. It was made by the Mad Magazine people. There's even a statue of Alfred E. Newman dressed in, like, army gear in the movie. So check that one out if you haven't seen it.
They did make a cartoon series about Luchador, says Natural Bridges.
We're talking about major motion picture.
Yeah, like a regular movie.
Yeah, like taking, the Avenger or any of the Marvel characters and the comic books and making them into the movies that are amazing today, DC comics trying to do it, not as successful as Marvel, but whatever.
Marty's saying, still waiting for somebody to do a truly good and gory Conan the Barbarian movie.
Yeah, I mean,
that's interesting.
That counts because
I do like the cheesy '80s Conan movies,
but they're cheesy.
They're cheesy, but I do enjoy them. But
the Conan
he wants,
comics,
like a more serious.
The Conan comics, if you look at them, okay,
yes.
and there's so much of that. He had his own series, and then they even did the color comics, the regular comic books. And they even did a Conan, like the Savage Sword of Conan or something. It was like a black and white comic. Ernie Chan was an amazing artist that did a lot of those. And some Bernie Wrightson even did some of the early ones.
Because the comics were more serious. Right?
Oh, but it got into some weird stuff. And they tried to do it with the original one, but it was kind of doofy. I hear you, Marty. I know what you're saying. It didn't really get gritty. It wasn't like this real gritty. They could do it so good because Conan he wasn't really super smart.
Right.
But he could kick your ass. He could kick your butt. But he knew what he was doing, though. He was one of those guys that, those barbarians. That wasn't such a barbarian. But they could really do so much with the movie, almost like a Dune. I would say if they take a Dune movie, the original, and this remake, which looks really good too,
mm-hmm.
but if they took that kind of tone with it, make it kind of serious and like weird, like this, there was a world that existed in the deep past that was more like this.
Yeah.
Kind of like more fantasy, But yeah.
One that I thought of was, One Step Beyond, because we played the One Step Beyond, we played a few episodes last week. They never made like a One Step Beyond like Hollywood movie. And it was a good TV series from back in the day.
Yeah, people are really coming out on this one.
There's a ton of suggestions in here. Wow.
So Godzillatron said, I'd love to see a Thunder the Barbarian movie. That would be hot. That would be good. Frankenstein Jr.
Oh, there you go.
So Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah. Now the follow-up question would be, do you think the movie would be good, or do you think Hollywood would botch it up?
Well, there's a 50-50 deal with any of that. Depends on who helms.
Well, no, it's interesting to hear the opinions.
If Jon Favreau did any of these things, it would probably be really good. Because Favreau turned around and did Iron Man. It was great. Mm-hmm. I saw this really cool thing today. Mandalorian, he took that out. What he did was he said, hey, I'll look at what you got here. He took all the stuff that everyone loves.
Yes.
With all these characters, and he makes a good. He knows how to process the canon, okay, of where this stuff comes from.
Okay.
We know people that hate Star Wars, but I guarantee you, if you watch The Mandalorian,
I didn't like The Mandalorian.
You didn't even watch it though.
I watched.
You never watched one episode.
I don't have any interest in it.
Too bad.
Sorry.
You're missing out.
Don't hate me.
Who said hate?
I never got into it.
Because you didn't watch enough of it.
No, I tried, and
Jon Favreau did a great thing with them.
I like Star Trek a little bit better.
We're not going to get too far. Well, Star Trek's another good example.
I like Star Trek a little bit better than Star Wars.
Had a great... Everyone likes the original series now. After when it was out, nobody cared about it. But after it was off the air, people... You got to read the whole thing on it. Then it became nostalgic in the late 70s. And then when they put that horrible first movie out, it bombed. It wasn't until like the first couple more it got it. But the diehards loved it, okay? And then, it did what it did. But Star Wars, even the hardcore fans, there's a lot of stuff they don't like about the franchise in general.
Yeah.
The first movie is the first movie. Episode 4, you got to like that. Episode 2, Empire Strikes Back, an amazing film. Return of the Jedi, kind of, didn't do as good. It wasn't as great.
But why are we... Because they have already made Star Wars movies.
Because we're talking about whether they will do them good or not.
Okay, well,
we're talking about Mandalorian.
Well, that's a show. So you think they should make a Mandalorian movie? Is that what you're saying? Like, I don't know what's your point with this?
Well, we're talking about, you brought the Mandalorian, so I'm explaining why the Mandalorian's
Well, no,
great.
you brought it up.
Well, why Jon Favreau? Well, I was saying Jon Favreau, the director, who took Mandalorian and made it good. Okay. Iron Man, a movie, he made it good.
So what do you think he should?
Whatever he touches, he seems to get the idea.
Okay.
Of to take these things. He knows what makes it good.
So you think your movie suggestions he should make?
Not every one of them, because that would be boring. Okay. But it's either that or what's his name that blows everything up.
All right. Well, there's a ton of comments. Let's check the comments.
Space Ghost movie would be cool. See, Hanna-Barbera has so many cartoons. Johnny Quest movie would be great, right?
Janet's canceled. Oh no, David.
Uh-oh. See? You gotta be careful.
No. You know, if you Star Wars people like Mandalorian, that's totally okay with me.
You have no clue.
You can love your Baby Yoda all you want. It's totally all right.
It's not even Baby Yoda.
No, look.
It's Goku. You're wrong.
Goku.
Whatever that thing's name is.
Goku from Dragon Ball Z.
No, Roku. That's the baby.
You said Goku. I heard what you said.
Goku.
It's on the YouTube.
I
heard you on the YouTube.
But it's not Baby Yoda. It might as well be Roku.
Oh, jeez. They should do a live-action Voltron, says Jennifer Delaney. Ooh. I do love Voltron.
Hey, look.
That would be cool. Well, it depends on who made it. Like who? Okay. If Michael Bay made it, no way. No way.
You're nitpicking now, but let's talk about like what would make a good helmed by whoever would actually do it good. Let's say they give it to the best person that could do it right. That would forget about whether it would be good or not, because then that's a whole other. That doesn't make that's too iffy. You're shooting it down. But what deserves to be made a movie that hasn't been made a movie yet?
Rainbow Bright.
All right, just as long as they are true to the canon.
Rainbow Bright.
JoJo Siwa, the movie.
Didn't she already have her own movie?
No.
I thought she did.
JoJo Siwa movie.
Oh no, they haven't.
Oh, I love this, and this is kind of talking about like Castlevania. Vampire Hunter D.
Ooh, a live action.
Either one of them.
Oh, or Castlevania.
They've only had animated versions.
Yeah, the Vampire Hunter D movies are amazing.
Yeah. Yeah,
I love that. Especially when, I remember when Bloodlust came out on DVD, that was like a big deal.
So Albert Matelsky says, I can't believe they made a Banana Splits movie. Okay, let me say something about that.
Oh, that movie.
You never saw it.
Well, I have no interest, really.
I saw it, and it does.
Maybe if I can watch it for free.
It has nothing to do with the actual Banana Splits, number one. It's a place, it's like an amusement park that happens to have Banana Splits animatronic things, but the characters are never explored. They're just there, and they're programmed to kill people, and that's it. It has nothing to do with the Banana Splits. It's just, I don't know why they even use that, because they couldn't get that. What's that one, Friday at Freddy's, whatever that dumb video game that everyone's playing now? It's like a Chuck E. Cheese ripoff.
I don't know.
Whatever, but it's like that. Castlevania was Castlevania. That was the game, right? So
Castlevania is a video game series. However, there is an animated Netflix series.
But you didn't like it that much.
No, I do like it and want to watch it more. I haven't gotten to watch it.
Let's watch more.
I watched maybe 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to really watch it.
Okay, I didn't know that we were like taking it.
But the Castlevania video game series is amazing. You play as Alucard, Dracula's son, who's half human, half vampire, and you have to fight Dracula because he sides with the humans and he wants to get rid of all the evil vampires.
It's funny that with this thing with the filters, like there's a movie by Tom Green called Freddy Got Fingered, and I like that Yahoo or whatever.
Yahoo. What is this? 1996.
YouTube. It starts with a Y. that they pick up on fingered.
Oh God.
That's a dirty word.
Well, I'm giving YouTube the finger right now.
Live action lately horror show. Says what you said.
Horror shows.
Live action My Little Pony.
My Little Pony.
Why not?
Hey, for all the bronies out there.
Hey, thanks for knocking everything over, Louie.
Did Louie knock your drink over?
Big time, motherfucker.
Your pop.
Well, it fell good. At least it didn't fall on the power strip.
Louie. He's such a brat. But yeah, they made some My Little Pony animated movies. They made a My Little Pony cartoon series. They've got the little dolls or whatever, the figures. But yeah, they never made a My Little Pony live action.
Ooh, Gary Smith said some Marvel Western characters like Kid Colt or the Rawhide Kid, or the what's it? Red Wolf is another one. Marvel is doing a good job with their superheroes. It sounds like they were going to try to move into the monster stuff with Morbius, the living vampire.
I want to see that movie.
They need to do a.
I was a fan of the comics.
Sorry about the name, but the man thing. They need to do a.
What about the giant size man thing?
It has to be a giant size man thing movie, of course.
It has to be.
Either that even
for the giant size screen, right?
For the giant size woman and you.
For the movie screen.
Oh,
get your mind out of the.
For all those size queens out there, the giant size man. But yeah, anything. The MonsterVerse would be a really cool. I think they're starting to do that because it sounds like they're gonna. So the cool thing Marvel's doing, without getting too far into this rabbit hole, it sounds like they're going to have Wesley Snipes, who played Blade, which to me technically was the first Marvel superhero movie in 1998.
Technically, it was. I think
it was based on a comic books hero, or a anti-hero, whatever he was. Like it was a titular character in the Dracula series. But anyway. But I think they're going to bring Wesley back as a version of Blade because they have someone else playing Blade. But whatever. But I think Wesley Snipes is coming back, which is cool. Which he should, because those movies are great. They're fun.
So we had some more suggestions.
Yeah, I'm looking too.
Urotsuki Doji, Legend of the Overfiend.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, no, not that one. Yeah, no. That took me a minute. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I know about the Sci-Fi Man Thing movie. It was horrible. The Swamp Thing movies weren't even that good. They were kind of goofy and campy. I wish they would make them darker, like the Bernie Wrightson, the Swamp Thing stuff, like the Bernie Wrightson version of Swamp Thing, where he's fighting versions of a Frankenstein monster and robots from space, all kinds of weird, cool stuff.
Clutch Cargo.
Hey. But they have to do it the same way.
They have a really bad cartoon where only the mouths.
It's got to be George Clooney as Clutch Cargo, but then they superimpose George Clooney's mouth.
It's live action, but then they superimpose a different mouth on it.
Red lipstick on it.
That would be hilarious.
The reddish lips.
If they did a Clutch Cargo movie and no one moved.
They have to do it.
But only the mouths moved.
Yeah, that'd be weird. Like,
wouldn't that be
live
creepy?
action, and it's just like they're very.
It's
still.
Live action, but they don't move much.
So, and it's very limited.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
That would be really funny.
Almost like the way they did Sin City. They were true to the way the comic book looked.
So they should be true to the original cartoon.
Well, I guess you're right. Howard the Duck was the first Marvel movie. I've been corrected.
Oh, we stand corrected.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, Howard the Duck.
Forget about that.
Yeah, that one's really weird.
I said superhero movie though, not Marvel movie. I said superhero. I was specific.
Well, isn't he a hero?
Not Howard's
really.
sort of a.
Kinda.
He's a character, but
I don't know.
I don't know. We're splitting duck feathers now. Oh, come on, Lou. There we go.
Gilligan's Island.
Hey, the movie.
They never made a Gilligan's Island Hollywood movie.
No, I mean they had TV.
They had a TV movie.
Like Gilligan meets the Harlem Globetrotters and that kind of stuff, but
the TV show.
Well, of course, but I'm talking about the show into an actual movie. It could be real dark. You know?
Maybe throw Wilson in there, the volleyball.
Yeah.
Shake it up a bit, like Castaway or something.
Maybe Gilligan the skipper,
Gilligan's Island meets Castaway.
Maybe they get tired of the hollowed out mangoes and go at it. I don't know, whatever. Hey, I can.
Okay, enough, Grimm.
Skipper, I just can't quit you.
Super Mario Brothers. So.
Oh, jeez.
They made a Super Mario Brothers movie, but it was absolutely terrible.
Are you kidding me?
They had the cartoon show.
It was.
They had comic books. They had the video games. What if they made a really good Super Mario Brothers live action movie?
They already tried that and it sucked.
But what if they made a good one?
Does anyone know about this movie? I know exactly. You know who was in it?
Dennis
Hopper played the what's his name?
King Koopa.
King Koopa.
And it was awful.
And Bob Hoskins from Roger Rabbit
plays Mario.
He plays Mario, and John Leguizamo plays Luigi.
And it's really bad.
Terrible.
Really bad.
The only thing I've only watched one version. That's the Riff Tracks version. When they just tear this movie apart. I could never watch it without them making fun of it. Can't do it.
Captain Lou. Yeah, Captain Lou he was in the intro to the Mario cartoon show, which I love that intro. I remember coming home from school and watching Super Mario Brothers. But no, they never made like a really good live action Mario movie.
You know.
I really wish they would, and not CGI.
Yeah, sorry, Bob Hoskins, not Hopkins, whatever.
Not
That's
you know,
the airport.
like one with like real actors. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, I thought they named Hopkins Airport after Bob Hopkins. Mario Kart the movie. There you go. It'd be like, you know,
Ooh, like it's a big race.
like the big race movies from the 80s.
They have to throw the banana peels at each other and stuff.
Yeah. Superhost the movie. Yeah, only people in
Ooh,
Cleveland
yeah.
might remember that.
Who would play Superhost?
Well, I mean, Elvira made movies. So
Elvira had 2 movies. Yeah.
So there is horror-hosted movies.
So she had her show, and then the 2
What about on
movies.
your list? The Mummy and the Monkey movie.
The Mummy and the Monkey movie.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Where's that at? Pac-Man?
Yeah, where's that?
Pac-Man the movie? Boy. Look, all I can tell you, what movie did they make with Adam Sandler? It was like some movie about games. Remember Pac-Man's in it?
Ready Player...
No. I didn't like that movie either, to be honest with you.
Ready Player One?
Yeah, it had everything in
Wreck-It
it.
Ralph was better.
Didn't see it, but had it.
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph was way better.
Metroid movie.
Ooh.
I have that
now,
game. I have that game for sale on my eBay.
Those Metroid games are really cool. Samus Aran.
Oh.
That would be amazing to see a really good live-action Metroid movie with the aliens and make them look really creepy and do all practical effects. That would look so cool.
Yeah, I got a bunch of... Actually, the Pixels is the movie I'm looking for.
Pixel?
It's
yeah,
an Adam Sandler vehicle. I'm not an Adam Sandler guy, so sorry.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
John Leguizamo. Here's my trifecta. Well, even though I have to deal with some... Because, what's his name? John Leguizamo, Adam Sandler, and... what's the other one? The Fly guy. The guy who played the Fly.
Jeff Goldblum?
Jeff Goldblum. My 3 that I can't really stand. Sorry.
No, I don't mind Jeff too
Goldblum is good in the Thor movie, but other than that, I mean, there's a couple things that... But the Fly I like, but everything else is too scatterbrained for me.
All right, so there's 44 of you in the chat.
What the hell is wrong with all of you?
Can you give us a hand, and can you hit the like button? Hit that like button, you know,
Space Invaders.
over there.
See,
and that we would really appreciate it. There's also a subscribe button right next to it.
Y'all think y'all funny with the Babylon? Well, no, Babylon 5 would be a good movie, but the Pixel, the movie, or not Pixel, but Space Invaders, Tetris. But don't forget, they did make a Battleship movie.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure it was terrible.
And the funniest thing,
I didn't see it.
Rihanna was in it. Why, I don't know, because they thought
she was popular.
But
at the time,
that movie was the worst part of that movie. Were at some point there were actual ships that float in the water, actual U.S. like battleships, right?
Okay.
And they're fighting aliens. Why? I don't know, because they have their own ships. But the aliens, what did the aliens' bombs look like? Those pegs, you know, the little plastic blue and
little
red pegs,
like the game.
They were shaped like that, and they would hit the side of the battleship. Like, seriously?
Oh, jeez.
Lame.
Really lame.
Lame. Johnny Quest would be good. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, right.
Champion. Now everyone's going down the video game list. Okay, so if we're going down that, how about Legend of Zelda, like a live
Someone
action?
mentioned that earlier. Yeah.
Legend of Zelda.
Yep.
That would be really cool.
Someone, Insane Jay said the 80s toys, the Inhumanoids. That would be cool. Yeah, they were like big tree and rock monsters.
So to make a movie based off of those monsters?
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I have some obscure stuff I could talk about that were 80s toys that nobody would care about, like the Metal Men or Manglore. You know, why not? I mean, look, here's another good thing. So you're a big Gem and the Holograms fan.
I am a Gem and the Holograms fan.
And in 2015, they put out a movie, Gem and the Holograms.
And
you never saw it, so I pulled up the preview just today when we were coming up with these ideas for the show tonight.
You know what?
And it was horrible.
You played the trailer and it looked terrible, and I think that's why maybe it just was wiped from my memory.
And that's where the something came from you too. Like, well, if Hollywood does, okay, they made a Gem and the Hologram movie. Is it good? That's a whole other.
Yeah, so then that's the follow-up question.
But how would you know? It depends who helms it.
Yeah, and do you think they would ruin it or not?
Yeah. I mean, if we ever got into this deeper, we should say, what movie would you like to see and who would you like to see direct it? So that way they get what they want.
To make sure it would turn out the way you would want it.
Yeah, who's your dream director?
Or at least close enough.
Who's your dream director? You know, even cast it. I mean, that could be something we could do one day. I don't know.
Oh, The Great Pumpkin. They never did a live action The Great Pumpkin. Well, Halloween's around the corner.
They never. I mean, there was a Charlie Brown stage play a long time ago.
But they never made like a live action movie. with like, you know, actual people.
Thank you, Randy Clay. Metal Men was one of my favorites growing up. I know. Are you talking about the DC comic or the toy? The Metal Men toys, the little die-cast robots and Silver Army men that weren't. They were by a Xylomex or Z-Toy. Yeah. Stasher from the Old Country movie. Boom.
There you go. That would be
sold out.
Pure fire. That would be great.
Sold out. 2 hours of her not talking.
Well, Mr. Bean doesn't talk. And how many Mr. Bean movies are there?
That's the whole point.
I mean, and they're still enjoyable movies.
Monopoly the movie.
Monopoly
They did make a Gong Show movie, and
Yikes.
who saw it? Not me.
Yikes.
Machine Man movie would be great.
All right, we're going to take a quick little commercial break. And do we have the stills for our online stores and
Plug
stuff?
some stuff? Sure.
Yeah, so this is our little promotional segment.
We're already on the Hangover. Y'all know that. So what do you want me to do? You want me to go into the T-shirts?
Yeah, just show some of the stills.
Hey, we got a Teespring store. We saw all kinds of stuff. Not only Mummy the Monkey merch, but some cool stuff. At least I think it's cool. I designed Cleveland, the butthole of the world, which might not be as popular as it used to be. So we'll go to the Mummy and Monkey designs, won't we? And you can get this. Keep up.
We have t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, all different colors and designs, men's, ladies, and everyone in between. And it supports what we do. It supports our videos. It helps support the channel. And you'll be the best dressed in your neighborhood. If you're going back to school, back to college, back to work, get a Mummy and the Monkey shirt so you can look your very best.
Mm-hmm.
And the link is right there on the screen. It's also in the video description below. And it's also on the MummyAndTheMonkey.com.
That's right. You can check it all out there. And we got a bunch more people chiming in, like Teespring the movie. Yes! That would be so exciting.
That'd be very
a 2-hour ad.
Major Matt Mason.
That would be cool. You know who that is?
Yes, that's a toy series that Mattel made.
It was huge.
He was like a spaceman guy.
And they all had those bendy arms. And they had some cool aliens, too.
And I know about him thanks to neighbor Brian, because neighbor Brian said he collected Major Matt Mason or was a fan.
We got a super chat from New Cat Daddy.
Albert, the new cat daddy.
That's right.
Thank you for the $15 super chat.
He is the new proud cat daddy of a brother and sister cats. And we're going to have a photo of them on our next week's show.
Yeah, Albert did send us some pictures, and we had a couple of people send us pictures while we were hosting the Hairy Scary Hangout. And it was a little too late to put them on tonight's show, so we'll play them next time.
Yeah, that's right. A decent He-Man movie, please. I like the Dolph Lundgren one.
Yes.
No, I didn't.
No. No, a decent He-Man movie would be great. And yeah, just to have a good He-Man movie that's made well and true to the cartoon, true to the characters.
I must break you. Yeah, he wasn't a good He-Man. He was not a good Punisher.
Who could play a He-Man now? If they were to do that.
Oh, you know who would be great?
Who would be He-Man now?
Bautista. He's not pretty, but
he could maybe pull that off.
He's all hulked up.
Just give him like a blonde wig, he'd be good.
He might be good. He might be good.
Give him the blonde hairdo.
I think Bautista would be great.
That'd be funny. Yeah, maybe that would be good.
Why not? Frank Langella was Skeletor. No kidding.
Louie and Earl conquer the world, says Tony.
But they did make a Fat Albert movie with the guy from Saturday Night Live. Like, what's his name? From Fat Burger, whatever that Fat Burger, whatever that Nickelodeon show was.
Good Burger?
Good Burger.
Good Burger.
Yeah, Keenan.
Gargoyles based off the 90s cartoon, says Godzilla.
Yeah, there you go.
That's interesting.
It was huge.
That's interesting.
Jennifer Delaney says Dolph was better in Rocky IV. Of course he was in Rocky IV. He made that movie. I mean, I must break you. I mean, that was his only decent role.
Yeah. So, gang, we have 43 people in the chat right now. We only had 24 thumbs up.
What the heck's with that?
What the heck? Give us a hand, please. Give the video a like. And, yeah, we do appreciate it.
So everyone's like all starry-eyed, just saying Chris Hemsworth as He-Man. Maybe, why not?
Maybe.
But he's Thor. I mean, it's kind of the same thing.
Well, he could be Thor and He-Man, right?
And not at the same time.
Just a different hairdo.
It could work. I could see him doing
I think that could work.
Kenan Thompson, that's right. And it wasn't Keenan Ivory Wayans. It was Kenan Thompson. The Four Bushman movie, Gary Smith. He's chiming in with some obscure Marvel characters. I like that. What about Not Brand Ech, the movie, Gary? Like that one?
Oh my.
James at 15, the movie. Hey, there's some TV shows like the Courtship of Eddie's Father, the movie. They will never get made into movies. But, you see stuff like we said, the Gem and the Holograms, and even Godzilla, one from 98. They make these movies, and
it's crap.
But they don't even need...
And it's not really true to...
Right, so
its original source material.
That is the worst movie you could ever make. You can make fun of the He-Man movie with Dolph Lundgren, but they did base it on the movie, right? On the cartoon show.
I mean, the movie is bad, but I still like it.
But it was based... It had Castle Grayskull in it, right? And it
it had the characters, it had the setting.
Maybe not the best representation, but it was...
Yeah.
But like Gem and the Holograms, they didn't do anything. I asked you because I didn't watch it, Gem, but
she in the.
But she was a girl.
She was a girl. Well, in the original cartoon, she was living.
What was the similarity?
She was helping. Watch what you're clicking and hitting on the screen there. She was like running an orphanage and helping
in the cartoon,
helping other girls in the cartoon. But then in the movie, from what I saw in the trailer, she's like living with her aunt.
Gumby and Pokey, the movie, that would be good.
Like, I think if they made a Gem and the Holograms movie and they kept it true to the 80s glam, with like the lasers and glitter and fashion and all that, I think it would work out fine. But they had it take place in modern times, and they had the same names, but it really wasn't.
So, that was just an example.
It wasn't like the cartoon.
So that's the saddest thing is when Hollywood will get a hold of some sort of license like that. And put out something that has nothing to do with what it was initially popular for. And it makes no sense.
Right, where it's just very...
Yeah. Hong Kong Phooey, the movie. I loved Hong Kong Phooey. So I would
Hong Kong Phooey.
What was that thing? The Hair Bear Bunch, the movie. See, you don't even know what that... No one knows what that is.
Is that an obscure Hanna-Barbera cartoon?
Yes, the Hair Bear
Bunch.
They
made so many... That's the cool thing with Hanna-Barbera.
I had a Hair Bear Bunch, Iron-On
They had like hundreds of different characters. They were just like... coming out with all these characters, and Scooby-Doo, I think, was their main one that had the most popularity.
Yeah, Magilla Gorilla would be great, too. Those were my favorites. Magilla Gorilla. Underdog, they did make an Underdog movie, but it was like, CGI-ish type of thing.
Gumby and... Okay, yeah, that...
Why would he say that?
I don't know. That we can't repeat.
That's stupid.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Good night, Late Late Horror Show. Good night, Dino. And if you guys haven't checked out the Late Late Horror Show's channel...
Wait, he sleeps?
I don't think he ever sleeps.
What's that all about?
He live streams every night, those old-timey radio shows. A lot of good content on there. So thanks, Dino, for stopping by.
Hey, Todd Smith says the Laugh Olympics. Remember that Hanna-Barbera thing?
That
with all those cartoons. Do you remember that?
No, that I don't remember.
The Laugh Olympics. It was every Hanna-Barbera cartoon character ever. And they had an Olympics-based cartoon based on that.
Rob Zombie is remaking The Munsters.
We know this.
We know this. We talked about this a few weeks ago.
But they just cast, speaking of The Munsters, but they're also doing an Addams Family remake, a TV show.
Oh, yeah. And did you see Catherine Zeta-Jones is going to be Morticia?
Yeah, interesting.
And then who's Gomez again? Some comedian?
Oh, I forget his name. I can see his face. I just can't think of his name. But someone will say that.
I can't think of the name right now.
Andy Griffith Show, the movie. I would.
That would be funny. But they have to film it in black and white and have it real corny. Maybe add some humor to it.
But what do you mean?
What?
Andy Griffith's all humor.
But maybe make it a little more funny.
You cannot beat the actual episodes where Andy is effing with Barney. The funniest thing, he's laughing. I don't even know how they wrote that. It's an amazing show. In that you watch these scenes, when he sometimes push Barney's buttons, and Andy's like, it's like almost like if he's laughing at him for real, as Barney flips out. It's so good.
Todd Smith says Camp Crystal Lake has great Wi-Fi reception.
Oh, he's still around. Well, hey Todd.
Just don't lose your head over there. Don't get carried away.
If you hear chit 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 ha ha ha, run and don't trip.
Yes, don't trip and don't answer the door.
So this is what's funny. So look what Gary Smith said. This is what you said today.
F Troop.
F Troop the movie.
An F Troop movie.
You don't even know F Troop.
It's an old 50s show.
We watched one episode, and I've never seen it.
I've watched it a little bit here and there.
Oh, that movie. That show's terrible.
It's bad.
It's horrible.
It's cheesy.
We saw an episode with Ava Gabor, was it? Or Jaja?
It
Ava.
was Ava Gabor, but I kept thinking it
Playing
was
a gypsy.
Zsa.
Well,
Oh, darling. Yeah. I love the Gabor sisters.
You seen one Gabor, you've seen them all. But it was so unfun. I'm sorry. And I do like comedies. I like TV shows from way back, okay?
Yeah.
But that particular kind with the laugh track, I mean, they all have laugh tracks.
Well, all those old shows had a laugh track.
But it was just kind of doofy. I didn't know. But Andy Griffith kills me. Little Rascals kills me. Anything Laurel and Hardy kills me. So it's not that I don't. I mean,
a Laurel and Hardy movie. Did they do one of those?
They made their own movies.
No. Did they? I thought they made a new one recently. Within the past few years, and we haven't seen it yet.
What's his name is in it?
So I don't know if it's any good.
The guy from Step Brothers.
I don't know.
Plays Oliver Hardy. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, we haven't seen that one yet.
But yeah, that's supposed to be real good. That looks awesome. Luis Guzman is the guy that's going to play. Gomez. Yeah, I'm thinking of Munster.
What's his name again?
Luis Guzman's going to play.
Oh, so he's going to be Gomez.
Gomez.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they're saying Arnold the Pig should have his own movie. Arnold Ziffel Hits the City.
What about Mr. Haney?
Mr. Haney!
The movie. Oh boy, Larry Storch.
That would be funny.
Who's still alive? John C. Reilly played Oliver Hardy.
Green Acres, the movie.
Green Acres?
Didn't they make a Green Acres movie?
No.
I thought they did.
They did Return to Green Acres.
Return to Green Acres.
Yeah, but it was a TV.
Was that a TV movie?
But we're talking about
like Hollywood.
But this subject is to take that.
Yes, but I thought they made a Hollywood movie.
No.
Okay. No. Maybe not.
Behind the Green Acres Door. That's a different movie and a different genre.
That's going in a whole nother.
Yeah. Stand and Alley was a biopic. Yes, it was, Gary, and we haven't seen it yet, but I would love to, because we go over at a friend's house, Pete, and he'll pull up these 16mm reels that he has and we'll show some stuff. And Laurel and Hardy always it never fails to deliver. I love those guys, always have.
Randy Clay says, "Mummy, you're just a baby. Some of us go back a long way. Me, I go back to 52. Well, I go back to 5200.
Boom.
BC. So there.
So boom.
Take that.
Fairly Odd Parents live action. Oh, they did a Beverly. Yeah, that's right. With Jim Varney, they did a Beverly Hillbillies movie. That's right.
And just because someone is younger doesn't mean that they don't like older TV shows or movies or don't know about it. There's this magical thing called the internet, and you can look up.
And before that, the TV, which
old
they
movies
showed all
and TV shows, and even like in the 80s and 90s, they would replay a lot of that.
Yeah, there's stuff that you watch that I didn't even watch.
They still replay a lot of old movies and shows on TV.
Trust me, she knows. So she goes way back. She's good. Hazel the movie. What about Car 54? The movie.
Car 54, where are you?
Nope.
Dragnet. Did they do a Dragnet movie?
Dan Aykroyd was in it.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
From Ghostbusters. Okay.
That's right.
Never ask a mummy her
Roast
age.
beef was like Proust with the Killians. Yeah, you know what? I dug these are like old bottles that we didn't finish up. I had a couple left, and boy, what a yummy beer! All right, F Troop, Colossus: The Forbidden Project. Someone's yelling out.
Me and my wife were the only ones in the theater watching the Three Stooges movie. Says Tom.
I heard that was good.
Yeah. So 50 people now in the chat. Wow.
Wow, it's growing. That's more than usual.
50 people in the chat. Can we get 50 thumbs up on the video? We do appreciate you. Hit the subscribe button, pretty please. If you like what you see, we could talk more movie stuff in the future. We also have behind the scenes videos. So if you would like to see more of this type of content, you can hit subscribe for future videos. And hit the little bell next to subscribe, so anytime we upload something or go live like this, you out there will be the first to be notified.
Booyakasha!
And it's not required, but we do have a super chat, and it does help support the channel.
It do. Mummy and the Monkey live action movie? You're watching one right now, sort of. It's not a movie, but it's live action. It's live. There might not be much action.
We do need a movie. It won't be Hollywood, but we do need a movie.
I don't know. I got Favreau on the phone, so.
We want to do things our way.
Bill Favreau, whoever that guy is.
We'll have to do it independently.
Yeah. Away from the sequel to the three.
Away from the corporate overlords.
Yeah, the first one we heard, not there's been several Three Stooges movies, but the latest one that was made, we heard was pretty good. I'd love to see it. The Rifleman movie, back to westerns, you know. Yeah,
That's actually a really good show.
The Rifleman.
The Rifleman, and then who was that actor that stars in The Rifleman?
Chuck Connors.
Chuck Connors was the bad guy in one of my favorite horror films, Tourist Trap. That's a really creepy 70s movie.
Yes. Yeah.
Super creepy. Tanya Roberts was in it.
Wow.
Yeah, she gets killed in that one.
Oh.
But
Tanya.
yeah, creepy, cool movie.
Joe Bob Briggs, the movie. Well, he hosts his own movie.
He hosts movies, so maybe he'll make his own movie one day.
Mamma Mia is like that's true. That someone said an ABBA movie. I don't know if they were trying to be funny or if they were serious.
No, there's an ABBA movie.
But yeah, Mamma Mia is sort of a movie based on the
based
ABBA
on
thing,
ABBA.
yeah.
So
ABBA.
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 Abba Dabba Doo.
Right, the movie. Bananas of the
Bananas of the movie.
La Palmarosa.
All right, so we talked about movies we've watched recently.
Roast beef, the movie.
Some things we've watched recently. Things that we wish could be made into movies.
Randy K. No, trust me, Randy. We're good. We don't take offense to that because I didn't mean anything negative. This meant could be why you don't remember some of the things mentioned. You know what? There's a ton of stuff I don't know, and I'm a little bit older than her. But
no,
but not everybody knows
kidding.
everything. So.
It's okay. I'm kidding. I just thought it would make for funny.
Yeah. We're acting a little bit here too.
We're actoring.
Betty Boop live action movie. Hey, there is. If you have not seen this, go to YouTube and look up Betty Boop movie trailer. Rose McGowan did something a couple years ago.
It's really funny.
Where they CGI her head. It's like so big. And it's so weird. It's bizarre.
They did like a spoof trailer for a Betty Boop movie.
If you haven't seen it,
it was like an indie thing they did. Yeah.
I think they could pull it off. I think it could be a good hour-and-a-half movie if they did it right.
Or if they based it off of the original performer that would boop-a-doop.
Well, but you know that's.
I'm trying to remember her name. I watched something about her recently.
That's how the Deadpool movie got made, not because of Betty Boop, but there was like a faux trailer.
Yeah.
Where Ryan Reynolds did the voice and everything. I don't know how I think it was most CGI action stuff, but from that trailer, the Deadpool movies got made, and they actually included that sequence in one of the movies.
Wow.
In the first movie, it's him just like decimating these guys in SUVs on the freeway. Really cool. It's like, yeah, hell yeah. You know, Felix the Cat, the movie. I'd love that.
I do love Felix the Cat. Felix is awesome.
Here we go. Todd Smith's asking the very, very important questions. He said, "Mummy the Monkey, the movie. If you had to cast someone to play yourself, who would you pick?"
Oh gosh,
well,
I don't even know.
Hopefully, we get to play ourselves.
I would like
that old, and this can't really age too much.
Yeah, I would prefer to play myself in a movie as long as we're not geezers.
Let's see. But if I were to pick somebody to play me, I would think maybe JoJo Siwa.
No.
No.
No, that wouldn't work.
I'm going for the funny.
Yeah. King Kong? Would
Steve Buscemi.
You?
That's right.
No.
See you later, alligator.
No. I don't know who could
what's
play
buzzing?
me.
Hey, what's buzzing?
I can't think of any actress
Don't
that
talk
could...
over my lines. I do Steve Buscemi. I could do it. Steve Buscemi doing Grimm Gorri.
Hey, what's buzzing, cousins? I'm Grimm Gorri.
Oh my.
Homer Simpson is Grimm Gorri.
All right, so another thing we wanted to discuss.
Come on, who would you have you play you?
I don't know, Grimm.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
No, not her. I don't know. That is a tough question. I really don't know.
Tough. Just have fun with it.
I don't know, Katy Perry or something.
Because
she had my hairdo for a while.
She did a video where she's playing an Egyptian woman.
So yeah, maybe Katy Perry.
And I would be again. I'm still sticking with.
Or maybe like Selma Hayek or something.
More like Salma Bayek. Bye. Say hi, bye, whatever.
I don't know.
Maybe if not Steve Buscemi, I see Steve Buscemi. Or what about what's his name? Frank from Shameless.
Oh God, no. Ugh. No.
What do you think out there? Who should play Grimm? Who should play Janet?
Oh no.
Discuss.
Oh no. Margot Robbie is Janet. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna have to look her up. Eva Green as the mummy.
Christopher.
George Clooney as Grimm.
Oh,
Don't even need a mask.
I like Christopher Walken.
Brad Pitt as Grimm Gorri.
What's buzzing, cousins?
Christopher Walken. Now that would be funny.
Hello.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome to the MummyAndMonkey's Hairy Scary Hangout.
All right. So we talked a lot about the movie stuff, and that's really cool. We are wanting to redo our set very soon. We talked about it like maybe 3 weeks ago. We haven't gotten time to do it. We want to get some a new seating arrangement here and a new way to set up with the laptop.
Before you continue with that, all you artists out there, any creatives, Tony Beller and all the other ones out there, if you have an idea, do some sort of artwork with who you think would play Grimm and who you play Janet. Do it.
I'm afraid to see.
We want to see this.
No.
This is a good assignment for y'all. They'll give us something for next week to talk about.
Oh
all
my
right, go ahead
goodness.
back to whatever you're talking about.
Yeah, well, we're wanting to fix the setup, right? We're wanting to fix our set.
What was that about?
Well, I'm trying. You were looking over there. I don't know why. I didn't hit you. I was just
Because
like tapping.
we have comments there.
Oh,
I can hear you out of this ear while I look over here.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure because
Tony wants to know how the chairs are. We need to find some. This weekend is our mission.
yes.
To find upholstery for the chairs.
So we bought antique chairs. We just want to get new fabric to recover them. And we have an idea in mind for some other props that we want to use on here. We just haven't gotten to do it yet.
Margot Kidder as the mummy. No, wait a minute. No. not Margot Kidder.
Oh, no.
Oh, Margot Robbie plays Harley Quinn, your favorite.
Oh, yeah. I'm not a fan of the new Harley
I want
Quinn.
King Shark to play me.
I do not like the new Harley Quinn. I'm sorry.
Ooh,
That's my opinion.
David Dasmalchian could play me.
Oh, there you go. He would have to grow a lot more hair.
And
then get a pompadour.
He's got all those acting chops. He could do that. He played the Polka Dot Man in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Oh, Bart and Lisa Simpson should play us. There you go.
Okay, sure.
Don't
why
have a
not?
cow, man.
It's all wacky. Everyone's getting all
All right, Jennifer Delaney's tapping out. Good night, Jennifer.
Good night, Jennifer.
Love you too.
And we're gonna sign out soon here too.
Oh, I'm just getting started. Hang out for the Grimm All Night Show.
All right. Well, Grimm, you go ahead. I'm gonna go back
That
into
could
the
happen one night. You know?
sarcophagus here and go get some mummy rest.
Some beauty sleep, like you need that. You're so hot. Stingray the movie. What's that? Not bait. They did. What is that one with Tropic Thunder? What was that one with Hulk Hogan? Forget it.
I don't remember.
Danny Trejo was Grimm.
Danny Trejo.
That'd be great. I would love that. We just watched.
We just watched Machete.
Machete. Say it right. And Michelle Rodriguez as Janet.
Oh, there you go.
She got tough and beat everybody
She had
up.
the bangs and she
She's
looked all
great.
tough. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? It's it's Grimm Gorri here, man.
All right, gang. So we talked about movies we've watched, shows we've watched. We talked about, what if we had to pick a movie.
Nicolas Cage as Grimm Gorri.
Things that, TV shows and things that never had an actual feature film. So a lot of suggestions and a lot of feedback there. And we talked about how we're going to make some changes to our set, or at least try to find time to, because we want to do some updates here in the studio, in the Erie Cinematary.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost time for us to wrap this up.
Almost time, meaning we have another hour to go.
No, we might have like a minute or two.
Oh, okay.
So, in that minute or two we have left, please
Not the bees! Not the bees!
give us a hand, guys,
Oh!
and hit the like button. Do a thumbs up. This guy won't. Okay, this hand is too.
Let's say we get the chit chat.
He won't do a thumbs up, but maybe you out there will give the video a thumbs up.
Oh.
So thank you
Josh
guys
Brolin as Grimm Gorri.
so much. Good night. Good fright.
Rhea Perlman and Danny.
And you can read off all you want. I'm gonna go. So.
All right. We're
Bye
done.
guys. Bye Grimm. Good night.
Adios muchachos, caballeros. Will you get out of
Bye.
here?